In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to land your first high-ticket sales role even if you have zero sales experience. This is exactly the process that we've helped over 200 Muslims professionals transition from traditional 9-to-5 jobs to remote sales careers, earning anywhere between 5 to 10K plus per month in 90 days or less. Now, this isn't going to be your basic update your CV video. I'll be giving you exactly and showing you how to position yourself as an ideal person so you can easily land interviews and get hired even without prior sales experience. So let's get started. So step number one is going to be finding the industry or specializing into something. This is very, very important, especially if you're starting in remote high-ticket sales. You've got to be specialized in something. What we want to do here is we want to pick 2 to 3 different industries or niches that we align with, that we can go ahead and get started with. So picking a niche. So picking a niche will be the first thing. So initially what we're going to do is we're going to be like creating like a bubble. Okay, in remote sales, what we're gonna have so many different niches that we can actually get into. When you're starting off, because you don't have so much experience, and even if you're a sales guy that does have experience, it's very important for you to understand that a specialist is better than a generalist. So what we want to do is list out all different industries. For example, we have tech sales, we have fitness, for example. Okay, we have marketing, we have courses. All right, there's so many different industries. We have solar. Okay, we have solar. We have energy. We have so many different industries that we can actually tap into. Okay, so once we list out all the different industries that we can actually possibly get into, we want to evaluate what's the best industry to get into based on your current knowledge or your current likability that you believe that you'll perform in. And this is important. Okay, so if I have information about tech and I'm passionate about tech, I'll get into tech sales. And I'll start off as an SDR and then build my way into a sales associate. So I'll learn everything about tech sales, how the sales cycle works, etc., etc. I'll begin to familiarize myself with the industry and the sales lingo, which is gonna put you in front of many people that are just breaking into the industry as generalists. Okay, same thing with the fitness industry, marketing, or any other industry that you're trying to get into. All right, so once we pick an industry that we want to get into, as I mentioned, we're going to start researching everything about that industry, the ins and outs of it. Okay, and we're going to map out a goal, or we're going to map out what's the ceiling for this industry. I want to know if I'm getting into a specific industry in sales, how much money can I actually make in this industry? What's the top sales guys making in this industry? I need to know this, because if I'm getting into the industry that has a very limited ceiling, I'm just going to be wasting my time. Okay, so if I focus, for example, in tech, I know for example, on average, tech sales people can make anywhere between 70K all the way to like 200, 300, even 400K plus a year in terms of top performers. So I know, okay, if I get into tech sales, there's a lot of upside, so I can actually focus on this and start mapping out a step-by-step roadmap in the next, let's say, year, 2 years, 3 years, and how I'm actually going to advance through the ranks, and what do I need to do to actually get to that level where I'm earning 100, 200, 300K plus a year. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Step number 2, okay, which is building the foundation. Now, building the foundation is very important. Why? Because if you have no experience and you're just starting off in the industry fresh, you want to showcase that you know what you're talking about, okay? And how do you do that? By a few key things. The first point for you to demonstrate that you know what you're talking about is by knowing the fundamentals of sales frameworks. So understand how a sales call usually works, all right? So do you know that there's actually stages to the call? There's an intro, there's a discovery, there's a pitch, and there's objection handling. So do you know the different parts of the sales framework? If you do, this will put you ahead of the game. So make sure that you know the different stages of the call and where does the prospect majority of them fall off and where do you need to improve in terms of the overall sales process. Okay. The second thing that you want to learn as well is the tech stack. So tech stack is important. What I mean by tech stack is understanding what CRMs are being used inside your industry or overall in the sales space. CRMs, okay, like HubSpot, you have like stuff like HubSpot, okay, this is a common one that people use. You have things like High Level, which a lot of online coaches use, okay, so we have HubSpot, we have High Level. So there's a lot of different CRMs, but the more you familiar yourself with these type of CRMs and you understand how they actually work and the different pipelines they have have and how to use them, you're going to be ahead of the game when you're coming onto an interview where an employer or a big company initially that wants to take you on. Okay, so the last and final part, which is very, very important as well, is understanding sales lingo, or the lingo of that industry specifically. So if you're in fitness, make sure you understand, okay, what's the different lingos used in this industry in terms of fitness, in terms of the KPIs been set in this industry. For example, if there's certain KPIs that you need to understand in terms of close rate, you have things like close rate. Okay, you have things like cash collected, cash, you have rev, so on and so forth. There's so many different metrics and KPIs that a company will have. You understanding what a close rate is, percentage of cash collected, revenue, show up rate, etc., will actually differentiate you a lot, because this showcases that you have knowledge. You've been inside the industry, even if you haven't. And you can simply find all this information in ChatGPT. Go put all this stuff in AI and say, hey, what's the lingo used in the fitness industry? What's the common lingos and words or KPIs used in the sales world in this industry? And we'll spit out everything for you, and you just have to go and memorize it. Okay, so that's like the basic things that you need to understand in terms of building the foundation in this initial step. Okay, so let's move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is very important, okay, which is creating your experience. So creating your experience is very, very important, especially maybe you're not in a mentorship program right now, you don't have much experience in that specific industry. And this is why I really highlight focusing on one specific industry, because a lot of companies, what they tend to do when they do hire, they rather hire people that have worked in their industry before. So if a fitness company is hiring, they rather have a salesperson or an SDR that has worked in the fitness industry before, and they have X amount of experience in the industry. So by you being a specialist in that industry helps you long term. So how do you create your experience from zero? All right. So if you have no experience from zero, go and create it by going to like local businesses and say to them, hey, I will close deal for you for free. I don't need anything. Just pay me commission on whatever deals I close, whatever service they're actually selling. You can go to them and pitch them, hey, I'll go and close your leads. Do you have leads coming in? I'll run your ads. I'll close the leads for you. Okay. Offer a free service and build your experience through that. The next thing, you can actually go and start mocking with people. All right. There's plenty of free groups out there. Obviously, I recommend you joining a mentorship or community of salespeople that you can just get feedback and mock. But if you don't have that right now, you can go to your friends or other people, literally go and mock with. Okay. Mocking means you're literally practicing and role playing sales tactics or frameworks initially that you've maybe seen online or you got them from a mentorship. Record all your sessions, because they're going to be proof of your ability of closing and also setting long term. And the last one, it's very, very obvious. So instead of like going to local businesses and offering to do sales work for them or do a mocking, you can go ahead, create a simple service or offer and do your own cold calling and do your own sales. And this is how I personally went ahead and got my first bit of experience. Is I opened up an agency for marketing for local businesses. I didn't even do the fulfillment. I hired somebody else that was good at marketing, and all I did was just do cold calling, take the sales calls and practice until I actually closed some deals, and I took that as experience to my next ventures on my journey. So just go start something, okay? Go start something. This could be even a job, by the way. It could be getting a job in door to door, starting your own window cleaning business, doing something that requires you and forces you to talk to people and sell them something. This will build your experience a lot, and it will allow you to build that skin in the game, so to speak. All right, so these are the 3 main points. So now we're going to be moving on to step number 4. This is going to be your applying process. So when you first want to land a role and you want to start applying, so you did everything that we discussed. You picked an industry, you build up your experience, you did all the stuff that we talked about before. Now you want to start applying. All right. Now, in terms of applying, what you don't want to do is create generic resumes and create a generic Loom video and just send it over to them and hope for the best. No, you want to customize the Loom video and your resume to each company. You want to make sure you research them. What's the mission and the goal of the company? You want to research the employer, the CEO, the team members. See what exactly moves them. What do they like? What do they actually don't like? And customize that video and resume to them. Okay, that was the final part. Now let's move on to step number 5. Step number 5 is very key, which is acing the interview. Smashing it. All right. A few key tips in terms of passing the interview is your looks. Your looks are going to be so important on an interview. How you're dressed. Are you wearing a shirt? Is your background nice? Do you have a bed in the background? Do you have clothes showing in the background? Okay. Your lighting, your presentation, everything matters, all right? This is very, very key. Even having a simple mic drop down has been proven to showcase you have more of an authority on a call, or it seems like you're actually perceived as more serious and you're more of an expert, so to speak. So your looks really, really matter on a call. So make sure that you come prepared and you look like an expert and you know what you're talking about. The next thing that we want to focus on after looks is what you're saying, okay? Prepare. Have some questions prepared, all right? If you don't have any questions prepared for an interviewer, how are you going to stand out, all right? Have certain questions that you have prepared for the interviewer about the company, about the role, about the earning potential, etc., that you feel like are great questions to ask. When an interviewer asks you certain questions, make sure that you take your time, you pause, and you really give a concise answer. And this comes back to preparation, by the way. The majority of the questions that interviewer asks you can actually find them online. You can find them, literally, if you ask ChatGPT, it will spit out a lot of questions that you will normally get asked on a sales call, specifically in your industry. And then you can actually go see the type of questions and start building answers and frameworks around the possible questions that you might ask. Now, sometimes you'll get asked something that you will not be prepared for, hence why you need to be ready in terms of your storytelling techniques, your experience. Everything needs to be prepared, so that way you're not getting stunned and you're not sure what to say and you're stuttering, and then you lose your entire frame and your confidence on an interview, okay? All right, now that we've finished with step number 5, step number 6 and 7 are very straightforward, okay? Negotiating for remote work and Islamic accommodation. Now, if you're in remote high-ticket sales, you're naturally get that, but once you have an offer, negotiate for a flexible schedule that accommodates for your prayer times, etc. And remote work generally, provides that regardless, especially if you're in a high-ticket sales space, okay? But just in case that you're going to get into the corporate world, maybe you have to go into the office, etc., make sure that you negotiate that. And finally, step number 7, excel in your first 90 days. Focus on learning, not just selling. Make sure you build relationships with your team and the rest of the company. Understand that product deeply and consistently hit your activity metrics, even if you're not closing deals yet. So that's exactly how to land your first high-ticket sales role, even with zero experience. If you follow every single step in this video, I promise you'll be competitive for sales roles that most people think require years of experience to get. But here's the reality. Doing this alone takes months of trial and error and facing countless rejections and figuring out industry-specific nuances the hard way. That's why we created Rizq Rise, to give Muslim professionals the exact roadmap, training, and support system to land these roles in 90 days or less in more detail. Now, if you want our help to fast-track this process and join over 200 Muslims from all over the world that we have helped transition to remote sales careers, then click the first link in the description to learn more about our program. And with that being said, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.